Hello my dear students, I warmly welcome you to Sia's digital classes. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about one of the important theorem. So that is First Isomorphism Theorem, or other name of the theorem is Fundamental Theorem of Homomorphism. Okay, both are the same only. In the examination purpose, you will face the question, state and prove the First Isomorphism Theorem, or state and prove Fundamental Theorem of Homomorphism, or else if you get the statement in the examination, again you have to write down the statement and you have to give the name of the theorem. Okay, so if you get the question in this format in the examination, if phi mapping G to G bar is a homomorphism, then the mapping from the factor group G by kernel F to phi of G given by A into kernel phi to phi of A is isomorphism. Okay, so ఈ statement లో మనకు two mappings ఉన్నాయి. The first mapping is phi mapping G to G dash. Okay, so that is I am representing in this format. And the second mapping is we have to assume that mapping. Okay, already ఆ మ్యాపింగ్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఎక్కడికి అవుతుంది అనేది క్లియర్ గా మెన్షన్ చేశాడు స్టేట్మెంట్ లో. G by kernel F. G by kernel F is the where capital G is the group and kernel is the subgroup of capital G. Okay, G by H means factor group, the set of all left cosets. Okay, you know very well. G by H is the factor group. It's called it as a set of all left cosets. You can write in this format AH such that A belongs to capital G. Okay, so this is called factor group. E factor group nundi phi of G. Phi of G means homomorphic image of the capital G. Okay, so again we have to define another mapping. For that mapping we have to prove that mapping is isomorphism. By using the homomorphism mapping, we have to prove the another mapping is isomorphism. Okay, so here see the proof. Given pi mapping G to G bar is homomorphism, I am writing the equation pi of a comma a into b is equal to phi of a into pi of b according to the original definition of the homomorphism. So I am also writing this diagram. So, okay, phi mapping capital G to G bar. Okay, so identity element, two elements a comma b. So you will have later. So in the proof they are asking with respect to factor group. So before that factor group we have to take the kernel. Okay, so because kernel plays key role in this theorem. Okay, so let capital K is equal to kernel. Okay, I am taking that capital K is equal to kernel of phi. So that is defined as, okay, original definition of the kernel only. So A belongs to capital G. Image of f of A is equal to small e. Okay, so f of A is equal to small, not f of A, it is a phi of A. Phi of A. Phi of A is equal to small e. Okay, why? Because we are taking that kernel in the mapping of phi only. So A belongs to capital G, phi of A is equal to E bar, where E and E bar belongs to any identity element in capital G bar. That is the definition of the kernel. Instead of writing KERF of pi, simply we are writing capital K. Capital K represents the kernel. Okay, and from the previous lectures and by noun theorem, that is the properties of the elements under homomorphism, we proved that kernel of any homomorphism is a subgroup of capital G. We proved that kernel is a subgroup of capital G. Kernel of any homomorphism is a subgroup of capital G. So therefore, then we can make a factor group. Whenever to make a factor group, first of all we have to make a normal subgroup. Okay, so therefore phi mapping G to G bar is a homomorphism of groups G and G bar. Then K is equal to kernel is a normal subgroup. Why? Because how you can say directly, whenever homomorphism exists, then kernel phi is subgroup. Okay, according to the noun theorem, every subgroup is also a normal subgroup. Okay, so therefore here kernel K of phi is a subgroup. Then according to that theorem, so K of F is also, K of phi is also a normal subgroup. Okay, kernel phi is also a normal subgroup. Okay, so then the factor group, first we take homomorphism, after that we take kernel is a subgroup, after that we take subgroup is normal subgroup. Whenever you take that normal subgroups, then you have to go to the factor group. You cannot go to direct factor group. Okay, so we have to go step by step. So to go to the factor group, so first of all that subgroup is a normal subgroup. So therefore then the factor group G by kernel F. Okay, G by kernel phi is a group. Why? Because we already proved kernel factor group is an abelian group. At the same time, it satisfies all the group conditions in the previous theorems. So therefore, now with the help of this factor group, these factor groups acts as a domain. In the statement, you know very well, G by kernel f to pi of G. Okay, so G by kernel f is a domain, and image of that G by G is codomain. So now the mapping between them, here you can see the diagram. G by k is a domain, and image of G, pi of G is the codomain. The mapping between them, I am defining a new mapping, that is F mapping factor group G by kernel f to a homomorphic image of capital G pi of G, defined as f of k into a is equal to phi of a. Why? Because ఫ్యాక్టర్ గ్రూప్ లో ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఎప్పుడన్నా కానీ మనం లెఫ్ట్ కోసెట్ రైట్ కోసెట్ ఫార్మాట్ లోనే తీసుకుంటాం. అలాగనే ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అయితే మనకు ఫ్యాక్టర్ గ్రూప్ లో ఎలిమెంట్స్ అన్ని ఏ ఇంటూ కే గానీ బి ఇంటూ కే గానీ, ఓకే, సో ఏ ఇంటూ హెచ్ బి ఇంటూ హెచ్. ఇక్కడ మనం సబ్ గ్రూప్ కెర్నల్ ని కే తో డినోట్ చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి ఏ ఇంటూ కే అని రాస్తున్నాం. ఒకవేళ క్యాపిటల్ హెచ్ తీసుకుంటే ఏ ఇంటూ హెచ్ అని రాస్తాం. సో దేర్ ఫోర్ ఎఫ్ ఆఫ్ కే ఇంటూ ఏ, ఇమేజ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఎలిమెంట్ కే ఇంటూ ఏ, ఎఫ్ ఆఫ్ కే ఇంటూ ఏ is equal to phi of a, where phi of a is the set codomain. So therefore a into k is equal to phi of a. That is taken as equation number 1 for any element a into k belongs to factor group G by k. Now, so that is the mapping defined in the equation number 1. Now our aim is to prove that equation number 1 and that mapping is isomorphism. Okay, to prove that condition, first of all we are proving that we have to prove that how isomorphism by step by step. First we have to prove that given mapping is well defined, okay, well defined, and 1 onto homomorphism. Whenever any mapping or any equation satisfies these these four conditions, then it is called isomorphism. So first let's start with f that our defined mapping is well defined. So therefore, you know very well, in the previous lectures also we discussed the same topic. Whenever we have the well defined condition, so you have to take the domain elements. Okay, domain elements will be equal, k into a is equal to k into b. Here you will get a doubt, k into a is equal to k into b. These are the right cosets. Okay, so in the original definition we took left cosets, a into k is equal to b into k, but here k into a is equal to k into b. So the total number of the left or right cosets are equal. So therefore let k into a is equal to k into b. Then by the properties of the cosets, whenever you have a into h is equal to b into h, then a into b inverse belongs to capital H. Okay, so you can write a into h is equal to b into h if and only if a into b inverse belongs to capital H. This is the one of the property of the cosets. By using that condition, here I am writing a into b inverse belongs to kernel. Here k is nothing but kernel subgroup. So therefore whenever one element belongs to kernel, image of that element pi of a into b inverse is equal to small e bar. Okay, so now substitute the homomorphism conditions. Okay, pi of a into pi of b inverse is equal to small e, multiply on both sides with pi of b, okay, on both sides. So therefore if you simplify them, you will get pi of a is equal to pi of b. According to the definition, what is the pi of a? Equation number 1, so f of k into a. And what is the pi of b? F of k into b. Okay, so therefore this is the image value and this one is the image. Pi of a is the image value, f of k into is the pre-image value. So therefore by equation number 1, whenever you take k into a is equal to k into b, so you will get f of k into a is equal to f of k into b. This is the quite opposite to the 1 condition. Okay, so many times we proved well defined condition quite opposite to the 1 condition only. Okay, so therefore whenever this condition is satisfied, the given mapping is well defined. Okay, after that, so we are starting with 1 given mapping. Whatever equation 1 is there, that mapping is 1. Our aim is to prove that. So let I am taking that, so images of f of k is equal to f of kb for all any two elements in factor group a into k b into k belongs to g by k. Okay, so therefore from equation number 1 you can write pi of a is equal to pi of b. Okay, so therefore by multiplying on both sides with pi of b whole inverse minus 1, okay, then you will get these values. By applying homomorphic your formulas, you will get this condition: pi of a into b inverse is equal to small e bar. Okay, so according to the kernel condition, you can write a into b inverse belongs to kernel phi, that is equal to capital K. So therefore whenever you have that condition, then you can write k into a is equal to k into b according to the well defined condition. So for all a comma a into k b into k belongs to g by k. So therefore images తీసుకున్నాం, images నుంచి elements pre images equal to అని prove చేసాం. That is called 1-1 condition. Okay, so next third condition is given defined mapping is onto, f is onto. So I am taking b belongs to pi of g. Okay, కోడొమైన్ లో pi of g లో నేను b అనే ఎలిమెంట్ తీసుకుంటున్నా. అక్కడ b అనే ఎలిమెంట్ తీసుకున్నామంటే ఖచ్చితంగా దానికి ప్రీ ఇమేజ్ ఉంటది కదా. సో therefore then there exists small a belongs to capital G such that image of a is equal to b. Okay, so ఇక్కడ నేను b అనే ఎలిమెంట్ తీసుకుంటున్నా కోడొమైన్ లో. కోడొమైన్ లో b అనే ఎలిమెంట్ తీసుకుంటున్నా అంటే డొమైన్ లో ఖచ్చితంగా దానికి ఒక ఇమేజ్ ఉంటది. సో దట్ ఈస్ a to b. సో ఈ b ని ఎలా రాస్తున్నామంటే pi of a. So therefore pi of a is equal to b. Okay, then there exists a into k, one left coset. A into k belongs to g by ky because it is in the belongs to factor group, such that according to the equation number 1 and equation defined kernel condition, we can write equation number 4. F of k into a is equal to b into pi of a. Okay, so clearly you can see b belongs to codomain, b belongs to pi of g, image of that b belongs to same f of k into a is equal to b is equal to pi of a. So therefore for every different pre-image there exists a different image value, then that condition is called onto condition. Okay, so therefore f is given defined function f is onto. So then now f is homomorphism. To prove that homomorphism, so take any two elements from domain ak into bk belongs to g by k. So take the homomorphism condition f of ka into kb is equal to f of k into ab. According to the equation number 4, you can write that value, since by equation number 4 you can write phi of a into b, and from the definition of that homomorphism phi of a into phi of b, and again from equation number 4 you can write f of ka into kb. So therefore that is the full equation of the homomorphism, that is taken as equation number 5. So therefore f is homomorphism. Now from equation number 2 f is well defined, from equation number 3 f is 1-1, and from equation number 4 f is onto, from equation number 5 f is homomorphism. Whenever any mapping satisfies these 4 conditions successfully, then that mapping is called isomorphism. Okay, so therefore that mapping f mapping capital G by kernel phi to phi of G is an isomorphism. In symbols we can represent that isomorphism as G by kernel f is isomorphic to homomorphic image of a group capital G. So therefore this is the proof of the fundamental theorem of isomorphism or the first isomorphism. In this theorem, in the statement, first of all we have one mapping. After that we have assumed that another mapping, that is small f. That defined mapping we proved that isomorphism by proving 1-1 condition onto and homomorphism and well defined. Okay, so I hope you understood this theorem very well. Make a perfect practice and prepare well. In the next lecture we are coming with another interesting topics. Okay, so until bye, thank you.